Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where we're cute on the outside, dead on the inside, or vice versa, I don't judge. Every time I go to record a voiceover, I have to relearn all of the technology involved with it, including how to turn on my microphone properly. I'm holding the pop filter up in front of my face with my hands instead of attaching it to anything, like a wand of protection against the technological onslaught that I just can't handle, but I really wanted to make another video, so here we are. I have a treat for you guys today, and it comes in the form of me doing things that I hate, which is painting fruit and using oil paints, which I love. I love oil paints. I don't like using them because they make me nervous, but they're so nice to use, but I'm scared to learn them, but they're so nice to use. I think for today's video, we're gonna have a legitimate art talk instead of just my internal monologue about how badly I suck at things. So I really wanted to talk to you guys about my views on art block today because it's something that we all experience. I actually didn't know this until recently, that it's highly debated as to whether or not it's a real thing, as if we would intentionally stop ourselves from doing the thing we love on purpose. That makes sense. I definitely think art block can be a real thing. I think that you can do a lot of different things to work around it and kind of open yourself back up to letting your creativity flow. I think it's easier to build it up as an actual wall to climb over in our minds when we don't have the proper tools to figure out how to improve the situation. So let's talk about it today, and I'll share with you guys some of the things that I do when I'm feeling creatively low or like I'm at an absolute standstill with my current projects, with new ideas. So let's get into it. Let's talk about art block. As human beings, I think it's pretty normal to feel highs and lows, even about the things that you love the most. You know, our environment's constantly changing and our opinions are constantly changing as we learn and we grow. Sometimes you just hit a rut where you're either at a plateau skill-wise or you've overloaded yourself with this one subject, so you're not interested in it today. It doesn't make you any less of an artist to experience this, and it doesn't make you unworthy of being a creative person. So how do we know when we're in an art block? For me, it's usually this kind of creeping sense of dread that happens over the course of a couple of days, and maybe I'm working on some different projects and I'm sketching and everything's fine, but I feel a little bit uneasy, and then I just wake up one morning and I'm like, damn it, I don't want to paint today, or I don't want to draw today. There's no time like the present. If you're not drawing every free moment that you have, are you really an artist? Versus, man, I really want to take a break. So step one, if you feel like you need to take a break, take a break. Put the art supplies down, walk away from the painting, walk away from the pastels, and just do what it is that you feel you need to do. That might be take a walk. It might be take a day or 2 or 5 off. I'm a very instinctual person. I'm usually pretty good about knowing what I need. I just get really stubborn about not taking it. No, I don't need a break. I can push through this. Isn't this what you really want? Isn't this what you want to do? Why are you faltering now? It's easy to ignore the warning signs. Now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be more accepting and acknowledging of when I really need a break, and then honoring that, taking the time for my mind to turn things over. You know, when you've got like a nagging problem, or you know, you're running things through your mind and thinking about it, and you're looking for that missing part of the equation and your brain just won't pull it up. Like the more you think about it, the worse it gets. And it's almost like if you go to bed or you take a nap, you let your brain rest from the constant thought of that problem, the solution's right there the next day. I think taking a break can also be used in regards to experiencing an overload of artistic ideas, so much to the point that you don't know what to focus on and you feel stuck in that way as well. I think art block is usually approached a lot in, oh, I can't think of what to draw. I'm not motivated to draw anything in particular. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. But I don't know if you guys have experienced this. I have a really strong visual memory, I guess. And I can see the things that I want to create. They'll pop up like pictures in my mind. And sometimes I'll just be experiencing a lot of inspiration and I won't be able to keep up with all of the things I want to do. So I'll end up sketching a bunch of things and then not working on any of them because I get too overwhelmed. I don't know what to focus on. Taking a break in this instance is also really beneficial to you. Just take a break. Play some Animal Crossing. It's here to save our souls. Embrace it. So, step number 1, take a break. You deserve it. Treat yourself. Woo. My second little piece of advice is if you're feeling stuck while working on a piece, or you have ideas flowing, but you're not quite sure how to execute them, maybe you feel a little bit trapped where you are, take your work somewhere else. That's easier said than done for a lot of us. It kind of depends on where you live and how high your anxiety is that day. But even if you can just move into a different room to work on your artwork, even if you can just sit outside on your front steps and work on it for a little bit, change up your location a little bit, because sometimes that gives us just a new perspective. It gives us a fresher outlook, but also gets us out of the routine of that one space that we're usually in when we create. This is one that I don't really notice happening a lot until I am physically somewhere else working on my artwork and everything's coming out as it should be and my hands are doing what they're told for once. Tip number 3, change up the medium that you're using. I can't tell you guys the number of times that I've been working on a painting, in particular acrylic paint, and I've just been staring at this piece and I've just been pushing paint around over and over, layer after layer, and I'm just like, wow, maybe I should abandon this piece because I'm so bad. You're just overloaded on the medium. Maybe you've been painting for weeks on end and you need a break and you want to go sketch something with pencils. Abandon the project and go refresh yourself. Change up to whatever you're feeling in that moment. Our bodies know what we need and our brains won't let us have it. So if you're stuck working on something, you're like, man, I really want to work on that colored pencil drawing that I abandoned 2 weeks ago. Oh, but I gotta finish this painting. I gotta stay on but those colored pencils are really nice. Just switch to the colored pencils. It'll give your physical body a break from whatever medium you were using, because painting and drawing is very technically different, and it'll give your mind a chance to refresh. That way, you go back to your painting a day or 2 or a week later, and you have a new perspective on it. Tip number 4, if you want to draw, you don't really have any ideas, try drawing an old piece of yours. There's also the draw this in your style meme going around a lot on Instagram. I don't know if it's a meme. It's like a legitimate good practice. That's been going around too. Something like that where it doesn't really require you to come up with a new and innovative concept for art that's never been broached before, and just focus on the process of creating. Sometimes the process of making art, even if the motivation and the excitement isn't there, that will kind of jumpstart your body and your mind back into the habit of creating. And my final tip, just doodle. Doodle whatever you want. You can doodle SpongeBob. You can doodle SpongeBob doodling Doodlebob. You can draw your dog. You can draw stick figures. You can draw patterns of circles and spirals and squiggles and whatever it is that's calling to you. Just let your hands and your mind wander. Just go for it. You got nothing to lose. I feel like we always hold ourselves up to this standard, especially as small creators who are just trying to make our way in the world with the hope and dream that one day we won't have to work in a crappy service or retail job. So the pressure that we put on ourselves to be consistent and to grow as an artist and to improve our skills is so high, but to learn to regulate that is so important. And I've been trying to do that. I'm very like A-type personality and I want to do it all good all the time, 100% effort. But I would never hold that standard to someone else. If I see a friend struggling, then I'm not going to say, well, you should really be pushing through. Isn't that what you want to do? Do what's best for you, and your art will grow as you grow. Isn't that nice? That's so nice. Well, okay, that's it, you guys. We painted all 5 of the fruits that appear in Animal Crossing New Horizons, so I guess that's it. And yeah, we definitely didn't miss anything. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye! God damn it.